Hey, how's it going? My name is Dan. I used to work at the biggest dealership in the country, and now I teach fine folks like you how not to get fucked when buying a car. Now in this video, I want to tell you a story. Actually, I want to talk to you about my friend. Somebody that I almost grew up with. We actually went to church, we hung out a lot, and then we kind of separated because I moved out of the state. Recently, I contacted him over Facebook just to see what's going on, just to catch up. He asked me, what am I doing? And I told him what I do. I teach people how not to get fucked when buying a car. I showed him my website, and he was like, dude, where were you 3 weeks ago? I just got a new car. I was like, tell me about the car. Tell me about the deal that he got. He doesn't have a great credit score. Like, when I say great, I actually mean it's horrific. It's below 600. It's really, really bad. In that situation, I always recommend people save up a little bit of cash, buy a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 car, and it's gonna last you 4, 5, 6 years. Meanwhile, you stack your cash, save up a little bit and repair your credit score and build your credit score with credit repair agencies. You pay them a couple of $100s, they'll raise your credit score up to probably 750, 780 in a couple of months. That's what I typically suggest. But he didn't know that. He didn't know because he's kind of young. He didn't know that's the best way to take. He went to the dealership and he asked them, hey, I want to rebuild my credit score. What should I do? He asked for advice. They'll give him advice. They leased him a car. He's not even buying a car. He's leasing a car at 20% interest rate. 20%. I told him to get out of contract as soon as possible. He told me he can't get out of contract. Not only he can't get out of contract, he's looking to build his credit score to buy a house and to have a business loan. If you know anything about loans, if you're probably 40 years old by now, you know quite a bit about loans. You can't take out a loan on a car, on the business, and the house. I mean, you're gonna be millions of dollars worth of debt. No bank that is sane will give this guy a loan. Nobody. I mean, he owes money on the car, on the house, and he wants a loan for his business. That's just not gonna happen. What he should have been doing is buying a cheap car, living in a cheap apartment or in a basement somewhere, and getting out a business loan. Or if he's smart, saving up money for his business without even taking out a loan. He is paying so much money for this car that he took this lien on. It is absolutely insane. The only reason he's doing that is because he didn't know. And 90% of the people that are buying cars, leasing cars, they don't know. They're thinking that salesman is going to have their best interest in their mind. How? How do you figure that? Why would a salesman, a car salesman, would have his customers' best interest in their mind? If car salesman has customers' best interest in their mind, he would recommend that he would buy the cheapest car possible or the one that fits best for their budget, not the car that they are currently selling. Think about it. Why would the salesman care about the customer? If the salesman truly cares about the customer and wants to save him money and get him the best possible deal on the car, he's not going to make a lot of money. And the salesman's job is to make money. That is conflict of interest. You can't make a lot of money and telling the customer, hey, I'm going to give you a discount, I'm going to find you the best possible car, and you know what, it just so happens that the best possible deal for you is on the other side of the country in another dealership. No, the salesman is going to lose a sale and he's going to lose money. Of course the salesman is not going to do that. That's why you have to prepare when going to a dealership. It's simple as that. You can't be hoping that the salesman is going to take care of you. No salesman is going to have your best interest in their mind. 20% interest rate? Is that what you call best customer service? Is that what you call salesman taking care of the customer? Is that what you call having customers' best interests in their mind? 20% interest rate. That is absolutely insane. Anybody, only because this guy is young, he's inexperienced. That's the only reason he did that. If he was, 40 years old or so, if he had some life experience, right? He would go to Craigslist, buy a $3,000 car, and he wouldn't be pretending that he's trying to impress somebody. If he has some life experience, he would go to credit repair agencies, pay him $300, $400, and have his credit score repaired. You don't have to buy couches, TVs, ATVs, boats, cars to have great credit score. Just use your credit cards, have a little bit on it, pay it in timely fashion, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you're gonna have your credit score repaired. It's not hard. I mean, unless you went through like just crazy bankruptcy where you lost everything, or you had some kind of crazy divorce you went through. I mean, yeah, there are situations where it's hard to get out of, but most people don't fuck up that bad. Most people just don't have great credit score to start with. The reason most people have this, 650 to 750 credit score is because they didn't take their time to build credit score in the first place. They have it here somewhere. They never took the time or money to build it to 780 or 800. They just never did it. It's not like they fucked it up. They just didn't care to. Unfortunately, we live in a society where you have to babysit your credit score. I know a lot of my friends buy things in cash. A house for cash, boat for cash, ATV cash, cars cash, and their credit scores are like 650 or something, even though the guy has hundreds of thousands of dollars under his mattress. He just doesn't care. If he were to go out and get a business loan or a car loan, I mean, he would be in the same boat getting 20% interest rate. I know another guy who had 30% interest rate from a Mercedes dealership. Don't listen to salesmen. Just don't. They don't care about you. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up below and click the subscribe button over my head, or watch one of those 2 videos if you want to see more money saving tips about cars. This is Dan with 60 Minute Car. I'm signing out, and I'll see you on the internet.